The cloud is safe, right? That's what they told you. But what if I told you the biggest data leaks in history weren't caused by hackers, but by users who trusted the cloud a little too much? This is the most disowned hack, and today I'm exposing it. In a world where everything is backed up, synced, and stored somewhere out there, one private file can bring everything crashing down. Sarah thought her honeymoon photos were private, tucked safely away in the cloud. But one careless click, one exposed link, changed everything. A message notification, strangers viewing her photos, a screenshot going viral. Her memories were no longer hers. And she's not alone. Therapy journals, legal files, home videos, all made public not by hackers, but by ordinary people making one innocent mistake, one misclick, one shared link, and suddenly your life is searchable. In just a few minutes, I'll show you how your files, yes yours, can go from protected to exposed, default settings, misconfigured permissions, public links hiding in plain sight, and then witness the worst case scenario, live.
They found my personal files and used them to destroy me. And what they uncovered next changed everything.
This isn't just another content. It's happening in real life. Right now, I'm Paul Cyber. And if you've ever seen any of my videos, you already know this isn't just content. This is impact. Every second you spend here brings you closer to clarity, truth, and action. Let's get into it, because this one matters. If you've ever stored something personal in the cloud, documents, photos, memories, hit subscribe and ring that bell right now. Because today, we're not just talking about digital leaks. We're pulling the plug on blind trust. Stick with me. What you're about to see is more eye-opening than scary. And it might just save you from becoming the next cautionary tale. The hidden risks of cloud storage, most disowned hack. Cloud storage is where we keep files like photos, videos, documents, and databases on the internet through services like Google Drive, Dropbox, iCloud, or AWS. It's easy, convenient, and scalable. But here's the dark truth. There are hidden risks most people never talk about. And worse, many companies try to disown or deny responsibility when something goes wrong. The disowned hack refers to cloud-based cyber attacks that no one wants to take responsibility for. The cloud provider blames your weak passwords. The user blames the platform's lack of security. The company shifts blame to a third-party contractor. In the end, no one owns the damage, and you're left exposed. This makes it one of the most dangerous types of hacks in the digital world today, a silent, responsibility-free breach. Real hidden risks you're not told. 1. Shared responsibility confusion. Cloud platforms often work on a shared responsibility model. They protect the infrastructure, but you have to protect your data. Most users don't even know this. 2. Misconfigured storage buckets. Many companies leave their cloud storage open to the public by mistake, and attackers know exactly where to look. 3. Shadow IT and third-party apps. Employees use unapproved cloud apps, e.g., personal Google Drive, WeTransfer, bypassing company security. It's a ticking time bomb. 4. Credential stuffing. If one of your passwords leaks online, hackers can test on cloud logins across multiple services and gain full access. 5. Insider threats. A rogue employee or contractor with cloud access can quietly exfiltrate sensitive files with no trace. Be mindful of what you store on the cloud to avoid regrets. 6. Cloud ransomware. New age ransomware doesn't just encrypt your PC. It targets your cloud storage, locking you out of everything, everywhere. Because when breaches happen in the cloud, no one takes the fall. Sometimes companies quietly pay off hackers. Cloud providers distance themselves in the fine print. Victims never get answers. And regulators are often powerless. Why you should care? If you're storing business files, financial records, client data, or even personal memories in cloud, you need to understand that convenience always comes at a cost, and the price of ignorance in the cloud is steep. You think this is all? No way. We're yet to open the case file 023. You upload a few documents to the cloud. Nothing major. Some tax forms, a couple of scan IDs, a few screenshots from private chats. You think nothing of it, until one day, A friend texts you a screenshot. It's your private folder, visible on a random Reddit thread. That's when your heart drops, because those files were never meant to be public. Not to your friends, not to strangers, and definitely not to a group of hackers trawling for digital gold. Tonight, we dive into the hidden dangers of cloud storage, a modern convenience with an ancient vulnerability, human error. This is the Paul Cyber Files. And today's case, the most disowned hack, a digital breach not caused by malware, not even by ransomware, but by something much more terrifying, your own trust in the system. This video is for educational awareness only. Nothing here is legal or professional cybersecurity advice. The goal is to protect, not provoke, because knowledge is your first line of defense. Let's begin. Paul Cyber signing and revealing case file 023. In 2024, a mid-level employee at a tech startup in Missouri uploaded a confidential company document to his personal Google Drive. To quickly share it with his manager, he clicked Create Link, then hit Anyone with the link can view. Seemed easy enough. What he didn't realize was that link got indexed, and less than 48 hours later, it was scraped by a bot and added to a massive collection of exposed cloud links. The document? A list of customers' internal passwords and API keys. That single mistake cost the company $2.4 million in lost contracts. And it didn't stop there. In another case, a couple had just returned from their honeymoon. Like millions of others, they uploaded their travel photos to iCloud. Many were private, even intimate. But while creating a shared album, they accidentally selected Public on Web. Weeks later, their names, along with dozens of images, showed up in a Telegram group notorious for trading stolen cloud content. What do these stories have in common? Not advanced hacking, not sophisticated malware, just human trust. Misplaced trust in a cloud system that prioritizes convenience over control. We live in a world where cloud storage feels invisible. You upload something, and it floats off into a place you no longer see, yet somehow always expect to access. It feels secure. It feels normal. But what if I told you that cloud doesn't mean encrypted, that private doesn't mean unsearchable, and that what you upload may outlive your control over it? Most people don't understand how cloud storage really works. You drag a file into your Drive, Dropbox, or OneDrive. It syncs. That file exists on a server, often replicated across multiple data centers, even in different countries. When you click Share, you're not just sending a file. You're creating a URL, a digital key that anyone with that link can use, unless you configure it differently. Here's where the danger begins. Some services default to open permissions. Others remember your last choice and autofill it next time. That means the link you create may be public without you realizing. Add in weak passwords, reuse credentials, or no 2FA, and your digital vault becomes a playground for data scrapers. Let's take it deeper. A school teacher named Jenna stored her private therapy journal in her cloud folder. Every week she wrote about her battles with anxiety, her frustrations with teaching, her feelings about a breakup. She wanted to access it from home and work, so she saved it to cloud. One day, her teenage nephew borrowed her laptop to print something and found the journal open in the recents folder. Curious, he clicked around. A few days later, pieces of her journal were copied, sent in a group chat, and eventually made their way to a student Discord server. This wasn't a hacker. It wasn't malware. It was poor cloud discipline, a lack of separation between private and shared devices, and a misunderstanding of what safe means in a digital age. Now imagine that happening not just to a teacher's journal, but to a celebrity's medical records, a whistleblower's anonymous report, a startup's unreleased product designs, all sitting quietly in the cloud until someone stumbles upon the wrong link. Before we dive deeper, if you've ever stored anything personal in the cloud or plan to, hit subscribe and tap that notification bell. Here on Paul's Cyber Files, I expose the real digital risks most people never see coming. And this one, it's just getting started. What makes this all so dangerous is that cloud misconfigurations don't trigger alarms. If you were to install a virus, your antivirus would warn you. If someone tries to log in from another country, you'd get an alert. But if you create a public link, nothing, not a single warning. Cybersecurity researchers have found thousands of open cloud folders by simply using Google search. They use advanced queries called dorks. These queries look for public file links that follow common patterns, like cite, drive.google.com file type, PDF confidential. Within seconds, they can find resumes, ID cards, contracts, even tax returns. In one chilling case, a researcher discovered an open Amazon S3 bucket containing over 3,000 passport scans. The folder belonged to a travel agency that thought their bucket was private, but it wasn't. The worst part? These documents were being indexed by search engines for over 6 months before anyone noticed. And then there's metadata. Even when your file is secured, metadata can betray you. That includes timestamps, GPS coordinates, usernames, device IDs, and even previous edits. A well-known example involves a leaked spreadsheet containing political campaign donations. The document appeared anonymous, but hidden metadata revealed the author's username. Within hours, internet sleuths identified the person behind it, leading to public harassment and job loss. Cloud services are designed to be helpful. They auto-backup, auto-sync, auto-save. But these same features also make it easy to lose track of what you've shared, where you shared it, and how long it's been exposed. A journalist once described cloud leaks as leaving your diary on a park bench, but invisible unless someone shines the right light. That light, in 2025, is automation. Bots crawl links. AI clusters expose documents. Markets emerge on dark forums. All because someone didn't check a box. Still think this can't happen to you? Let me show you just how easy it is to create a public disaster. Go to your Google Drive. Right-click any file. Hit Get Link. What does it say? If it reads, anyone with the link can view, then that file is essentially public. If the link leaks, now imagine that file is a scan of your driver's license, your child's report card, or a folder named Passwords. It happens more often than you think. There's a story about a small YouTuber who uploaded her brand kit to the cloud. Logos, photos, draft videos. She shared the folder with a freelance editor using a public link. Months later, the link was reposted in a creator subreddit. Someone grabbed her unreleased video, watermarked it, and uploaded it under their own name, stealing her brand before she even launched. And sometimes the stakes are even higher. In a documented incident from Europe, an investigative NGO uploaded evidence files from a human rights case to Dropbox. A junior team member mistakenly enabled public access. That folder included names of witnesses. Someone found it. The names were posted on a hostile forum. Days later, those witnesses were targeted with harassment, doxing, and threats. One had to go into hiding, all because the setting was toggled. If this is starting to feel overwhelming, take a breath, because awareness is power. And right now, you're learning what 90% of users never do. If you've gotten value from this video, hit like and share it with someone you care about, because privacy, it's a team sport, and you might just save someone from a mistake they never saw coming. Subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a drop. This is more than content. This is digital armor. So what can you do to protect yourself? Start by auditing your cloud accounts. Google, Dropbox, iCloud, OneDrive. Go into the settings and view all shared files. Most platforms have a Share with Others tab. Go through them one by one. Revoke access where it's no longer needed. Delete old links. Replace public links with specific email access. Next, turn on two-factor authentication. It's not perfect, but adds a layer of friction that can stop opportunistic intruders. Use strong, unique passwords for your cloud accounts. Never reuse them across platforms. Consider using a password manager to generate and store them securely. Look for cloud storage services that offer end-to-end encryption or zero-knowledge encryption. That means even the service provider can't see your files. Examples include Trezor, Proton Drive, and Sync.com. Yes, they may have limitations, but if your data is sensitive, they're worth it. Avoid saving sensitive files with generic names like private passwords or ID scan. Bots target obvious file names first. Use code words or encrypted folders instead. Backup data offline. The cloud is not a backup by itself. And finally, educate others. Share this knowledge. Because the internet never forgets, but people do. If you suspect you've been exposed, act fast. Revoke the link. Change your passwords. Archive the file locally and delete it from the cloud. Use sites like haveibeenpawned.com to check if your data is part of a breach. Alert contacts if sensitive information may have reached them. And if the leak involves criminal abuse of your data, consult a digital forensic expert or law enforcement. And most importantly, don't panic. You are not alone. In fact, I want to hear from you. Have you ever had a cloud scare? Accidentally shared something you didn't mean to? Or maybe you've seen someone else fall victim to it. Tell me in the comments. I read every one. And your story might help others realize they're not crazy or careless. They were just uninformed. That ends today. Hit subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss future breakdowns like this. Because next week, we're diving into encrypted USBs, cold storage, and how to vanish your files from prying eyes. Until then, this is Paul Cyber, reminding you, convenience without caution is how secrets become stories. Stay safe, stay skeptical, and I'll see you in the next file. Signing off,